Hello friends, welcome to our channel Sukun FM English. We are here to listen our popular story Secret Son-in-Law Shadow King. If you enjoy the story, please like the story, share the story and comment in the below comment section. Today we listen episode number 35. Let's begin the story. Samar and Kiara went to their office after a day's rest. As Pranav was trying to fire him, but Kiara fired him and made Prachi the sales manager on the summer's instance. To celebrate this promotion and the reward of 1 lakh rupees, Samar and Prachi had dinner with the fat security guard Rohan. Samar was enjoying wine with Rohan when a girl and a middle-aged man come there. The girl with heavy makeup looked at Rohan's with scorn and said, Fatty, I thought you were living your life well and you could afford dinner in a five-star hotel. But now I came to know that someone else is giving you a treat. You are a gone gutter insect. You lie and fool others for food. Rohan's face turned red after listening to the girl's words. He said loudly, Dimpa, I am not lying and cheating anyone for food. The girl insulted Rohan again and said, Fatty, I know what kind of person you are. I have never seen a person as poor as you. I don't understand. How can someone be so poor? You should die. Rohan was now getting angry at the girl. He said in a harsh voice, Dimple, you can't insult me like this. Dimple frowned in a disdain and said, I think maybe you still don't have a job. Earlier, when you don't have a job, you would just lie to people and cheat them for food. Is this true? If not, tell me. Tell me if you I am lying. Then the bald middle-aged man standing near Dimple smiled and asked, putting his hand around Dimple's waist, Dimple, darling, who is this fat donkey? Dimple smiled charmingly and went closer to the middle-aged man and said, Mohan, this is my ex-boyfriend, but he is very poor and hardly eats even one meal a day. So I have already broken up with them. Now I like you the most. On hearing Dimple's words, the bald man looked at Rohan's with disdain and ordered him, Hey, fat man, Dimple is my girlfriend. Don't even think of bothering me from an hour. He was a rich man who looked down upon poor people. He was looking at Rohan with the same eyes. When Rohan looked into the eyes of the bald man, his face turned dark and he was angry at the man. He wanted to beat him, but he did not have the strength. The fat man was very rich, so Rohan could not mess with him. He clenched his fist tightly to suppress his anger. Then Nipple told the bald man, Darling, even though I have broken up with him, I feel bad to see him living such a cheap life, lying and cheating people for food. She pretended to be uncomfortable, showing sympathy towards Rohan, but she was directly mocking him. The bald middle-aged man praised Dimple and said, Dimple baby, you are a very good person. You are exactly what I thought of you. He was impressed by Dimple's drama. When Dimple showed that Mohan was getting convinced by her words, she continued her drama and said smilingly, charmingly, Mohan, you are the CEO of a big company. Can you give this fat man a job? I don't want him to go around making people mad for food like this. Whatever is this, I was with him at one time. So he doesn't fall ashamed, but I do. The bald man, aged man, nodded and said proudly, Oh, sure, our factory needs a cleaner. You ask this donkey if he even wants to work. On hearing this, Dimple smiled and said to Rohan, Hey donkey, listen, I have found a job for you as a cleaner. Do you want it? I say you should if you work. You won't have to wander around like this for food. Although she had a smile on her face, it was filled with malice and contempt. She was mocking Rohan and crushing his dignity. Rohan's face had turned red with anger. His whole body was trembling with anger. When Samar saw her angry face, he frowned a little and decided to help her. He did not like this arrogant girl at all. Samar patted Rohan's back and said softly, Rohan bro, who are these two? And how did they come there? They are disturbing us. Ask them to leave from here. After this, he looked at Dimple and a bald man and said, how can you two enter here like this? This is a private room. I have booked it. So, how did you enter here without my permission? Listening to him, Dimple looked at Summer from the top to bottom and said, you know, this is five-star property. Only rich people like us can come here. What status do your people like you have that you ask us to leave? There was some disdain in her eyes as there was for Rohan. Summer furrowed his eyebrows in irritation and said in a stem voice, I am feeding Rohan, not you. He is my friend. You people cannot insult my friend like this in front of me. Quietly leave from the here right now, and else it will not be good for you. He did not like greedy girls like Dimple at all. Girls like Dimple could do anything for expensive gifts and money. Then Dimple thought a little and said to Summer, this fat man is a poor man. You are probably poor too because you are his friend. Although she was impressed by the looks of this man. But then she looked at Summer's clothes and thought a little that he too must be poor like Mohan. When Rohan was saw Dimple insulting Summer, he shouted angrily, Dimple, you can say anything to me, but not to my friend. Dimple and he were classmates in high school and they were dating each other for some time. As long as she was innocent and not ready for money, their relationship was going great. But ever since Dimple started working, she started changing. She always complaining that he was poor and very unsuccessful, and eventually he broke up with him. Then Dimple raised her right hand and showed the diamond bracelet tied on her wrist to Rohan and said with disdain, well, look at you and your friend. Let me tell you, my firm friend has gifted me this diamond bracelet. Looking at the condition of both of you, it seems that you can't even thinking of buying in your dreams. This diamond bracelet was very beautiful. One could tell by looking at is that it would be worth lakhs. It was gifted to her by the bald man. This is why she agreed to become his girlfriend. Rohan's face turned red after hearing Dimple's word. He had clenched his fist so tightly that the nails had dug into the skin and blood had started flowing. But he was so angry that he did not even feel the pain in his palm. Yes, Rohan might not be so that rich, might not be able to buy the bracelet, but he was really loyal to Dimple and tried to treat her the best. If he had a roti, he would shoot it from Dimple and stay hungry himself. Yet, what he got in a return was just betrayal. Whatever it was, he could bear everything with himself, but he could not see Summer being insulted. But he could not do anything. The man in front of him was very rich and could not mess with him. So he decided to apologize to Summer and turning towards him said, brother, please forgive me. Because of my your evening got ruined. While saying this, he looked at Prachi and disappointed eyes as if he was apologized to her too. Samar and Prachi was happily coming for dinner. He was the one who come with them, and now his own ex-girlfriend ruined their evening. He was blaming himself for all of this. Samar patted Rohan's shoulder and said softly, Rohan, you have called me brother, and being a brother, all your problems are mine too. You don't need to apologize, and you don't need to afraid of them either. I will handle everything. Can you know? Summer will handle all the problems. What will happen in the next episode? Stay tuned with Sukun FM English. If you enjoy the story, please like the story and share the story. And also comment in the below comment section.